So I'm back with another video. It's 2:39 p.m. Same day, actually. Cleaned up my room. I swept in here and mopped in here. It's all, what do you call it, tile flooring, as well as in my bathroom. And I was like, I was debating whether I should wash the rugs or not. But I'm like, there's something weird, wonky going on with that dryer, so it's not really doing very well. Plus, I need to save my coins for laundry when I have more laundry. So I'm doing the best I can. So anyway, but I did mop today, so I'm very glad that's out of the way. So anyway, I was thinking about making another video because I was thinking about, how it's unfortunate that, first of all, I wanted to say I never, ever wanted to rely on anyone ever for my jobs. Ever. Like, I always wanted to work at a place and do the best I could and get a good reference and then move on to the other job. That's what it's supposed to happen, right? I never expected, or even dreamed that someone from my ex-family would come in with their, what do you call it, backseat driving and start telling me how I'm supposed to do things and criticizing me behind my back and, wanting me to live up to certain standards that were never communicated to me ever. So I never thought that, but I am thinking about what's going to happen now because, this is what I think about all the time. And it's very hard not to think about that, especially when you're in the midst of this pandemic that's going on, which, has to be taken in consideration. I mean, there's people who are losing their jobs left and right. And it's an unfortunate situation for me to be here under these circumstances. Especially when I've done everything I could to get back on my feet. And the problem is you have all these people who are adversaries pretending to be allies. I'm going to tell you right now, none of these people who got involved in my work were true allies. They were all adversaries. They don't want me to live to my full potential. They just don't. They will find all kinds of excuses as to why I can't do X, Y, Z. All the while, pretending to be my concerned people, right? The thing is that, at this point, I would take just about any job that I could do, that I could see myself doing long term, okay? And I know it's like, well, you got to think about the long term. First of all, when you're a target, you can't think of those things, okay? You want to, and it's great if you can get something that you can build for the long term. But the reality of it is that because all of this shit spread around and all this is going on, you have to be able to take whatever you can get. And so I'm thinking, what do I do? Am I supposed to leave town? Because there's a lot of brainwashing that goes on. I mean, and I know it's gone to other places. So what is there for me to do? The thing is that when you're dealing with bullying, okay, and this is bully, it's bully side, which, I saw a small article about bully, they call it bully side, right? What it is like, where you're dealing with people who want to compete with you and they have no legal rights to do what they're doing, but they want to bully you. Like they want to change you, like either whether that be presenting their religious views to them, your political views, or somebody who's constantly watching you at work, nagging you over stupid stuff that other people don't have, which is another sign of human trafficking, by the way, which I will be talking about that in the video. Anytime like one particular employee doesn't have the same rights as everyone else, that's another sign of human trafficking. I mean, it just goes on and on. It's so obvious, right? But the thing is that, how do you get these people out? Do I have to take legal action? Do I have to have all these people served with paper? Would that stop them? I don't have the money or the financial resources. I obviously need some sort of legal assistance to get these people out of my life, because God knows I can't be held back like this. I cannot live my life like this. It is horrible. And even if they do leave, like I said, people are losing their jobs left and right. The economy is going to be fucked up right now. And I completely understand that. Like, so many businesses are shutting down. There's been businesses that have been struggling already. Nobody is immune to this coronavirus thing. Even if a company is somewhat stable, if they're relying on other companies to pay them, like with their receivables or whatever, some of these companies aren't going to be able to pay. It's just like this whole chain reaction. Things are collapsing right now, okay? And I'm fully aware of that. And I wanted to get on my feet, and they insist, oh, she needs to take a break. This is one of the reasons why I don't like working with other people. What I mean, like, I don't mind working with other people at work, but when it comes to my personal goals, it's like people need to stay the hell out. They need to stay the hell out. The last thing I want to do is rest. The last thing I want to do is, like, sit here and think about stuff, or be sitting here in solitude or whatever. That's the last thing I want to do. When a target experiences workplace mobbing or some sort of community harassment, if they're ready to go back to work, the best thing for them to do is get back to work. Why? Because you don't want to fall into the slump, and you need to be as job marketable as you possibly can. These people have already created too many gaps in my employment, illegally and unethically. You know what I mean? So of course I worry. You know what I mean? And then if I have to move out of this location to find another job, am I going to have to commute? Is an employer going to be okay with me commuting back and forth while I'm saving up for an apartment? Because I don't have the funds to get an apartment right now. There's a lot of things that go on through my mind, okay? And I don't necessarily, feel comfortable that these people are going to straighten their shit out, because these people are extremely competitive and jealous of me. I also do believe that there's some sort of rumor going on that Joel's mom, this crazy whacked out bitch, has something in for me. Like, she wants me to live with her or be with her or something strange like that. She does not want me near her, because I will tear her to shreds. I will tell you that right now. That is a word. She does not want me anywhere in her vicinity. Trust me, okay? You don't even want to know about what would happen if that was the case. I think these people should be in jail, is basically what they should be, okay? Because they're criminals, okay? And I feel completely threatened by this. And then when I think about the lies that were told, now don't get me wrong, I am not some goody two-shoes, okay? But this is supposed to be based on a religious issue. And I asked her point blank one time, are you involved in this? Oh, no, I'm not. Same thing with my sister. My ex-sister Lisa, I asked her, and then she ended up yelling at me and threatening me. This is like the most strangest form of mind control that you could ever witness, So no, it's very hard for me to find anything to keep my mind off of this issue, because the only thing that's going to get my mind off this issue is for me to get a job, to go back to work. And that's all I really care about. I just want to go back to work. I don't want any more bully side. What's that word? Menticide, where somebody's telling me, well, you need to change your lifestyle. I'm not changing a damn thing with my lifestyle. This is my lifestyle that I have a right to live. And what the hell am I doing to anybody when I'm just sitting in the goddamn house? And most people are going to be in the goddamn house, I don't know, indefinitely at this point because of this coronavirus thing. But I have the right to live my life however I want to. This is the truth. I do. I have every right. And so where does this come from? First of all, I have the right to have a sense of humor. I don't care if I'm over the age of 40 years old. Now, I can crack jokes in my house all day long, but I understand when I'm in front of an employer, I have to be serious and all this other stuff. I fully understand that. It's like I get these immature people trying to shape, mold me, and tell me how I'm supposed to live my life. I know I'm supposed to live my life. I'm not dumb. And do you honestly think I want to model my life after people that I find to be immoral? I think they're immoral. When I'm dealing with, there's people who feel competitive towards me and jealousy. And that's wrong. But they would never admit it. So they want to sit there and say, oh, it's religion, it's religion, bring religion into it. It's all about God and whatever, And I could point the finger at them and tell them how they're violating God's laws, right? I can sit there and point that stuff out too. It can go both ways. So the thing is that this is wrong. You know what I mean? I would not want to live any other life other than mine. That's the truth. I have no desire to go to church on a weekly basis. And if I did, that would be one that I would find on my own. And it better live up to certain standards. And if it didn't, well, I wouldn't. And I don't need to go to church. What for? Don't tell me my moral standards are off, because obviously if you're lying in order to accomplish this little operation and you got people bringing me in under false pretenses, you're the one who has warped morals, right? So it's not me. all of this stuff. I mean, it just, oh God, I'm so tired of dealing with this world. I can't even tell you. Yeah, it's bullying, is what it is, and it's a bully culture. There's so many cases right now of people being bullied to death. There was a child who I think he was like maybe 8 years old. He was just a kid. He ended up having to kill himself because these people were making it very difficult for him to survive, and they do this a lot at the workplace too, with their stupid bullshit. You know, I don't. I'm not even gonna. It's like thousands of videos, but thousands of videos doesn't make my case. I can understand. Okay, fine. Obviously, I can't find a job here. I don't believe that I can. You know what I mean? I really don't believe that I'm going to be able to find a job here, and I may not be able to find a job anywhere. So, what does that leave me to do? What am I going to do? I didn't want to be in this situation in the first place. It's like, this is my labor. I never asked to, I would have never in a million years asked anyone in my family for a job. Now, how they present work to people who are getting ready to go in the workforce, they always tell you this one thing. You get yourself a job, get a skill, get a job, work that job, leave that job on good terms. This person's your reference. Then when you apply for other jobs, make sure your resume looks good. You go in for the job interview. They contact that previous reference, and you move on to the next job. That's how it is. Now, I understand at work sometimes family members arrange jobs. That's been going on forever. But when your uncle or your in-law or whoever arranges that job, generally you're supposed to know about it. Your in-law says, hey, Maria, I got this job. I know this guy here. He wants to meet you. You know what I mean? Make sure, you present yourself well, because I'm the reference here, and make me look good. Done, right? But all this shit done undercover and all this other stuff, that creates complications. And who does that screw over? It screws over the person who has to suffer. Because they hold things against you that they really don't have legal rights to hold against you. Okay. Then they feel like, oh, you let me down because you didn't do this. And I didn't know I had any expectations. I was just like, this is what the law says, and I'm doing what I'm doing, and I have every right to do it. I had no idea that I was stepping on anybody's toes. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be in a situation where I feel like I am stepping on anyone's toes. I never asked for it. All I know is that I've been working in accounting for 20-something years. 20-something years. Okay? That's a long time. I was working in accounting before I even met Joel. Okay, and somehow or another, he attaches himself to my work, and I'm supposed to, I don't want these people. I don't want these people associating themselves with me at all. They're not mentors. I don't need somebody mentoring me to find a job. I don't need it. I'm not saying that I know everything, because God knows I don't. There's so many things that go on in this world, and there's changes that go on. Like, there's certain things that go on, like in the workplace, maybe rules, regulations that might be modified or tweaked or something. So when you understand that there's a change, you take the effort, you take the initiative to go and study those things. Like, for example, if any payroll laws changed or whatever, then I would go and reference that information, find that information, either go to a seminar, get some information on the internet or whatever, so that I can be well informed, so I can go back into the workforce and be fully functional. Okay? But I think these people, they sit there and they make these issues. Like, well, maybe she should go talk to somebody who's over the age of 40. I know how to act. My clothes that I wear are classic clothes. They can be worn at any age for work. Standard black pants, standard dress jacket, standard shirt, okay? Anyone from the age of 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old can wear that same damn outfit, because it's something that is standard and classic. Now maybe somebody may not wear overalls, but I'm not wearing overalls to work. Maybe not everybody will wear this, what do you call this, printed t-shirt. I don't know. It's got this little mandala thing on it. It's old, it's ripped, and I just throw it on today. Nobody's going to wear that out in public anyway. But what my point is I know what a 40-year-old is supposed to act like in the public sector. You know what I mean? So these act like they treat me like a child, when these are the people who are the most immature people by sabotaging my jobs. You know, it's like, I'm divorced. Why are you following me around? I don't want you guys. I don't. I don't want anything to do with you guys. You know what I mean? I'm not your family. I am not your family. It's just that simple. I'm not related to you. I don't want to be related to you. I don't love Joel. I really don't. I don't love him. I don't respect him either at this point, because you just don't do what you're doing, okay? Because I mean, I'm divorced. I remember when he got the divorce papers, and he, you know, there was a refrigerator magnet that I had left at the old house that I made, you know, out of felt or whatever. I guess he wanted me to feel threatened, so he set it on fire and filmed it and sent it to me. I'm like, okay, do keep in mind that I'm paying that stupid phone bill that you are sending me this message on. And so he's probably thinking, well, I'm the one who's giving you the job. I didn't ask for you to. I never wanted anyone to ever do this. That goes for my brother-in-law, my ex-brother-in-law, or whatever. When I came to this town back in 2000. And I just worked like an accounting job for 3 years. And I was like, I finally built a little history here. I built some history. Actually, I think I was there for 4 years. Okay, 3. I was there for 3 years. So I was like, okay, finally, I got like, you know, some experience. So let me go ahead and start. And I felt like I can take on different challenges. So I wanted to look for another accounting job here in town. And that was understandable. I mean, I was reading all kinds of information on how you get yourself started, how you get in the door. Why not? So that's what I want to do. And then build from there, and then build from there, and build from there. I never wanted anybody to say, you know, ever, you know. And now with this coronavirus, I'm just like, my goodness, what's going to happen to me now? How could I not think that? You know what I mean? I don't want to live with my son for the rest of my life. I really don't. I mean, I am very happy and I am very joyous in his presence. It's nice to have him here, but I'm holding my son back from a life that he deserves to have. You see what I'm saying? I'm an older woman. I don't need to be holding my son back from things that he wants to do. God knows what he's going to do in the middle of the coronavirus, mind you, but that's his thing. If he wants to, you know, entertain ladies, which, whatever, I don't know, but if that's what he wants to do, then I feel like my presence is here. I shouldn't be here. You know? Somebody who's picking up the tab for my bills. These people should be paying my bills. Actually, I don't really want anything from them. I just want them to leave me alone. I just want to find a job and get on with my life. You know? And it's hard. Because it's like they keep insisting that they're doing me favors. You're not doing me any favors. You have damaged me every step of the way. Especially, and I'm not being mean, but you know, Polly, I do not like you. There is nothing in this world that I like about you. I think you are disgusting. Please leave me alone. Do I have to take you to court? Do we have to go to court to settle this? That's what I want to know. I'm going to need some sort of legal aid because I don't have the money to go to court. But something needs to be done because you cannot continue to do this to me. I don't want your son. I don't want to be anywhere near you. I do not recognize you as family. We are not family. So what is the attachment? Is it money? Well, you have a life insurance policy on me? Is that what it is? What is it that makes you want to continually cling to me? I don't want you in my life. Look what you've put me in. This is your fault. It's your fault. Not mine. It's Jim's fault. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, well, this, you can't take any risk. Are you a little Miss Innocent and all of this? I'm going to tell you, in this situation, this is everyone else's fault but mine. And don't you dare sit here and try to act like, oh, I did this. I have every right to. Okay? When I was married to Joel, he never had any issues with me. If he had issues, he should have brought them out in the open to me. He had no issues with me wearing wigs. He had no issues with me buying clothes. Like I said, he would mention all the time. He had no issues when he wanted me to go out to the garage with him and work out. He wanted me to help. He wanted to show me how to lift weights and all this other stuff. That's not my thing. I don't want to do that continually. Okay, like that. But obviously, he seemed supportive of certain things. Okay, and then all of a sudden, oh well, then I'm supposed to cater to your fucked up whims. Get the hell out of my life, bitch. Seriously, I don't want you in my life. Do I have to get a restraining order? Do I have to take this to court? Do we need to go to court? I know there's legal help out there. I don't know how to get it, but I will figure it out. Do we need to go to court? Get the fuck out of my life. You are a stalker, plain and simple. Okay, you are not welcome in my life. I don't want you anywhere in my facility. I don't care if people are accommodating you and allowing you to do this to another human. What does this say about people who are willing to listen to you? You're perverted. You adopted a child, okay, that you fuck. All right, you're warped to me. You are disgusting. I don't like you. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to, but see, what you have done to me, you have set me back multiple times. You have deprived me of my human rights. That's my work. It's my labor that I put in. Over 20-something years of labor that I put in. And you're going to try to sit here and shove your fucked up religion down my throat. I don't want your fucking religion. I don't want you telling me what I'm supposed to wear, how I'm supposed to look, what I'm supposed to do in my free time. I do whatever the goddamn I fucking please. I'm not trying to appease you. You're not my fucking family. And even if you were, I would still tell you to fuck off. You don't tell me how to live my goddamn life. The fuck is wrong with you? I think you're loony, is what I think you are. And I think people who accommodate you are fucking loony or perverted or twisted or something. It's disturbing to me. Please, leave me alone. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video. I had to say that. Had to say it. Anyway, wrapping up this video. To all TI, stay safe.